Jesus then invited him to follow not his own way, but God's way. He said, come, follow me. Find a different source. It's not about your education. It's not about your socioeconomic status. And it's definitely not about your plan. Follow me. Let me be your source. He invited him on that journey. And I thought about a lot of greats who had the whole trajectory of their life changed. It wasn't their plan. In life, I look at my life and I have said to God, this isn't what I ordered, Lord. Like as a waiter, I didn't order this. Take this back. This isn't the life I ordered. When I was a kid, I didn't want this, I never even planned on living in Florida, And it was like, God, this is not what I ordered, This is not the life that I wanted. This is not it. When I envisioned my life, this is not it. I've got some really good points in my life, but this wasn't my plan. What happened to my plan? And I think about Moses. Moses had no choice of how he was born or who he was born to. He got raised in Pharaoh's house, had the best of education, Ivy League, if you will. And when he was feeling good and feeling strong, he decided to help his people out, killed some guy, had to run out, and he had to run away. That wasn't his plan. He lived in the desert with people he didn't know. He wasn't around his family. He wasn't around his friends. He wasn't in his home country. He lived for 40 years being a shepherd. That was not his plan. When he was 80, God said, hey, got a job for you to do. Why don't you head on over there to Egypt? Remember that? Go back there. He's like, God, I'm old. I'm tired. I don't want to do it now. It was not the timing. It was not his plan. It was not Moses' plan for his life. And then after he did it, you think he wanted to be in the desert for 40 years? Eating manna? I can't eat the same thing for 1 week. I'm like, get rid of these leftovers. Eating manna for 40 years. Do you think he wanted that? And then the people frustrated him so bad that he smote the rock instead of talking to the rock, and he couldn't even see the promised land. Is that his life? Was that what he ordered? That is not what he ordered. David, anointed king at a very young age. He was out in the field. So he was probably playing around, not doing what he was supposed to be doing. He was not thinking about being king. He wasn't. But God said, king. Right then and there. King. Do you think he really, he fought Goliath, but it probably wasn't his plan. He wasn't planning on meeting the bear or the lion. Do you think he wanted to run his entire life? Because the king wants you dead, he wants your whole family dead. His whole family had to be on the run. Do you think he wanted that? Do you think he wanted to live in Ziklag and then have his own men want to kill him? And then when he did come back, it was only half the country and not the whole country. You think he wanted his son to run him out of his own castle? Do you think that was his plan for his life? Do you think that was his plan? But it was God's plan. And it was the right plan. Hosea, God told him to go marry a prostitute. Men, how many of y'all want to marry a prostitute and not know if your kid is your kid? That's what he had to do. That wasn't fun. I forgot to put Leah down here. Do you think Leah wanted to marry a guy that didn't want her? He wanted Rachel. He didn't want Leah. Her whole life, she wasn't wanted. Who wanted that? That was not her plan. But it was God's plans because she gave birth to Judah, and Judah is the ancestor of Christ. It was God's plan. God has a plan. And you have to let go of your plan. You have Jeremiah. Told the people over and over again. They wouldn't listen to him. Put him in stocks. Just a really sad life. Mary. Blessed are you among women. You're going to have a child. I'll be like, praise God, not being married, huh? You know what they're going to say about me? Because nobody's going to believe that I'm a virgin and I'm pregnant. Nobody's going to believe that, like ever. You think that was her plan? Did you think she was like, boy, I hope this happens to me. I hope I'm the one. I don't think that was her plan, John the Baptist lived his whole life in the wilderness, wearing smelly camel's hair, eating nothing but locust and honey. Again, nothing but locust and honey. Never had locust and honey. Don't want to have it as long as he had it. Praise God. After he did his ministry, Jesus came on the scene. He said, I must decrease, he must increase. And he just went down. Then he got arrested. Then some young girl shakes her groove thing, and he gets beheaded. That is not the life he ordered, I'm telling you. But it was God's plan. And what did Jesus say about John the Baptist? There is no other prophet greater than John the Baptist. That's what he said. There's no other prophet greater than John the Baptist. But he never said it to John. And maybe God's not saying it to you in your life. And you're wondering, this is not the life I ordered, God. But it's his plan for you. No greater prophet than John the Baptist. And even Peter, what did he say to Peter? When you were young, you went where you wanted to go. But when you're old, people are going to take you where you don't want to go. That was not what they ordered. It might not be their plan for their life, but it's God's plan. And we have to embrace God's plan for our life. We have to have the plan. We have to have the right plan. And it only comes from the Lord.